This is KUCR, and joining us today is Malinalli Diaz, the founder of Menstrual Equity Fundraiser. Malinalli, can you please introduce yourself?
Of course. Tlaquilte no toca Malinalli ni no machtia pan mastlakle wan se shiwi nikpia kastoli shiwi wan nikneki palewis miek masewaltin. So hi everyone, my name is Malinalli. I am Nawa. I'm 15 years old. I'm currently a junior, and I'm here because I want to help people.
Cool. So you started this project called Menstrual Equity Fundraiser. Can you tell us what this project is about?
So I am currently fundraising through social media, GoFundMe, a pad drive at my school, and donation jars in local businesses, to buy pads and whatever actual pads are donated, and then donate them all to houseless shelters and those in need.
Oh, so why did you start this project?
Um, the project itself of fundraising for menstrual equity started last year. It's an annual fundraiser now, but it started as my 10th grade personal project. So in my school, we have to do a project, kind of like a capstone about something we're passionate about. And for me, I chose menstrual equity. So it started with like one business and a pad drive at my school, and it quickly evolved into like a passion where this year I was like, I want to do it again. I want to be able to help those people, help everyone who needs it, all menstruators. So I decided to expand it this year. I've started a social media campaign. I have an ongoing GoFundMe, and I've also reached out to two local businesses where I have donation jars and flyers.
Cool. So, what is menstrual equity and inequity?
Mhm. Menstrual equity is the act or the presence of accessible menstrual products. Many menstruators have to, unfortunately, right now where we live in our society, menstrual products are a privilege and not a right. So many menstruators who may have lower income have to decide between either getting food or getting menstrual products. It is inaccessible to all. And so menstrual equity is making menstrual products accessible to all. So whoever needs it can get them. And it doesn't have to be something that they may or may not have. Every month doesn't have to be a question. It is a stable resource that is always available to them.
Well, so it seems like it's more than just a project. Like this project is also an informational campaign, an educational thing, and I think that's really cool. Like, so who does the menstrual like what is who does your project benefit, and why is it important that you help people?
Mhm. I think, well, the most direct or people that this project benefits is houseless people and those who I'm donating to. So since I am donating to two houseless shelters here in Los Angeles, the whoever needs it from there will be able to benefit the most. I think many times menstrual products are overlooked and nobody really thinks about donating that. It's a very neglected resource and need. So through my fundraiser, I'm hoping to be able to provide that. And then I think it also helps, like, for example, my school community, because something that it works to do is reduce period stigma, which is like the mentality that periods are like gross or something that shouldn't be spoken about. So in my school, something I'm doing is I've been going announcing this pad drive. So there's like a box in the front office, and people just have to donate pads. So something I've been doing, I think, is exposing a lot of the kids to menstrual equity at a young age. So I'll go class to class during assemblies, morning announcements, and announce my project, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. And this is, yes, for the goal to like hopefully they donate, but also to expose them and educate them on menstrual equity. I think, especially when I was in like middle school, I never knew that was a thing. It's just not something that really crossed my mind. I did have the privilege growing up of always having access to those resources. And growing up, I've and being exposed and seeing these inequities has been something that's really impactful to me. And I want to make sure that younger generations are also aware of the reality of what's going on and that kids, regardless of their gender identity, are exposed to it.
how did you become interested in menstrual equity?
So for me, this all started back in around middle school when I was talking to my friend about period cramps or something like that. And one of the boys that heard me just was like, shh, be quiet, that's nasty. Like, don't talk about that. And at the moment I brushed it off and my reaction was to like yell the word period into the class. But I think that moment really stuck with me because soon after I myself am very open about like talking about periods and stuff. So I would always be silenced and said, and people would tell me like that's gross. So I think it was like that summer that I started doing more research on menstrual equity, and I wanted to like know more about periods in general and the stigma that comes with them because at the end of the day I just want to know like why would they say that. And so that's when I learned about like the period movement, the period project, which are organizations that do things similar to what I'm doing right now, and they make period products accessible to those who need it. And through that, I like started to gain so much knowledge. I made a documentary about menstrual equity and how people from menstruators from different generations have grown up with period stigma and what it's like for them. And that was very impactful for me. So then, tying it back to the beginning of this fundraiser, when I had the opportunity for my personal project last year, I saw a chance to grow and learn more about menstrual equity. And that's when I was able to dive deeper into this and become much more active within menstrual activism.
Mhm. And you also mentioned the pink tax. What is pink tax?
So the pink tax is something that it's not like an official tax, but it does tie into menstrual products. So when any product is geared towards women, let it be like razors, shampoo, it tends to be much more expensive than products geared towards men. And since, although not all menstruators are women, um, a lot of menstruators do identify as women. So those products become very, very expensive. Whereas that's a price that a lot of like men don't have to um pay. And a lot of like insurances or like medical services or WIC or food stamps, none of them cover menstrual products. So that is these are charges that are coming out of people's pockets that they have to pay for. And for that reason, there's like around 22 states are called menstrual products a luxury. So it's so difficult and it's very inaccessible. And I think this also, and because of like period stigma and the fact that a lot of people think that periods are gross, not a lot of activism around um, periods are done openly. And this is why things like this have remained for a really, really long time and aren't very spoken about.
Cool. So where can we find out more information about the menstrual equity fundraiser?
You can find more. Lately, my um social media campaign has been ran through my personal account, which is Malinalli 922. So I've been releasing a lot of like information about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I've been trying to use social media to raise funds, which is something I didn't do last time. So it's been a new field for me to explore this time. And then I'm also running a GoFundMe, which is under Menstrual Equity Fundraiser. So that's where people can donate or just learn more about what I'm doing.
Cool. Well, thank you, Malinalli, for joining us today, and thank you for talking about these very important issues.
Mhm. Thank you so much.